It's always a delight to bring all forms of art to your TV, and it feels so relaxing to be creative. Welcome to the Art Express, where you find your expression. I am Tolokwe Lamidi, your host. Foston Gallery, Timeless Voices, Preserving Culture, Inspiring Change is a thoughtfully curated showcase presented by Sterling's Tourism Art Exhibition under the Uncover Niger initiative, bringing together some of Nigeria's most compelling contemporary artists in a profound celebration of identity, heritage, and human connection at the Federal Palace Hotel, Lagos.
I think it's a great initiative because it supports and promotes young people. I've seen a lot of great artwork here, and the fact that it's being championed by an institution that could help them raise funds, it's a great one.
My name is Toby Fletcher, also known as a father boy. It's beautiful. The creatives are beginning to be heard. Our voices and our placement in the world is beginning to take shape, and I'm happy about this. Fantastic. No, I don't think anybody anywhere in the world can do better than this. This is creativity at its peak, and I like the expression. I like the way they've been able to express themselves through art.
The major problem the creative industry has in Nigeria is that the hundreds of thousands of talented young men don't have any avenue to express themselves, and they cannot lead a sustainable career, because before you break into the big rank and your paintings, attract 5-6 figures, it takes quite a while. So what the bank is doing today is sponsoring these, young artists. Is going to encourage them and help them to achieve their potential.
The goal of this initiative is to empower Nigerian creatives, the artists. And beyond empowering, we want to put them on the limelight. We have commissioned some of the finest of Nigerian artists, and by commissioning, we pay them to produce some artworks which we are going to collect and place on all of our branches nationwide and our Cafe One outlets. And beyond just doing that for them, we want to expose them, we want to make them visible, and that is why we keep organizing exhibitions like this. Yeah, that's the goal, and we are going to make sure that we make this central. We are not just focusing on the first 3 artists, we will extend this kind gesture to other talented artists across Nigeria.
The purpose of it is to develop our young people, and recognizing, as a former minister of the Republic has said, that arts and culture is really our next bread and butter. So in terms of diversifying the economy away from oil and what we are relying on today, we realize that human resources, capital development, human development is actually our next bread and butter.
This is a step in the right direction, and we want them, for them to have encouraged our youths to be able to showcase their talent in the area of paintings, artwork, and even production of artifacts and so on and so forth. So this, I know, with time, it will be a foreign exchange earner for Nigeria, because we expect that this will be exported to other countries who, one way or the other, love Nigerian arts. And we as traditional rulers and from the traditional institution also, we are encouraged because we are the custodian of arts and culture and the tradition.
to understand the potential in all of them, not just oil and gas, not just technology, the creative economy. This is what's been pushed right now. This is why I'm so happy that they've chosen this hotel, because this is part of our strategy. We want to make people more aware of all the things Nigeria has to offer. So creative economy, they call it soft power. You know, the Ministry of Culture, this is what they're pushing, this agenda. What is going to happen in the next 5 years? Destination 2030. Nigeria should be a destination for foreigners, for internal tourism to enjoy the culture that we have to offer. And art is one of the starting points.
We're trying to tell a story about a lady looking into a book, trying to check our history and our past, and also it is trying to depict African beauty, the brownness of our skin, the richness in our culture. So, and if you see African people, you will know that they want to know more and they want to explore, and they want to be a great people in life. So if you can see how she's trying to get something, she's trying to gain knowledge and hope. So.
My name is Nanji Mose. I'm an artist, a visual artist. That is one of my work on the wall. So it's called Rising to Power. So you know, that is, as you can see, that is a beach wave. So I use a beach wave to document a kind of feelings when you are trying to attain a position or a power. So it's kind of struggle form to get there. So, but at the end, you see, in the beach waves, at the end, after the storm is over, it becomes calm and clean. So in life, whenever you are trying to achieve one or two things that is important, that is meaningful, you see, there are kind of a lot of challenges that come from left and back, behind, up and down. But this reminds me that you should stand strong, because you want to attain a kind of big position, a kind of something that will change your career into positive form, something that will transform who you are, your aims and objective of who you are, the true you. So when you are trying to attain this position, you see, different things that you don't expect occur, just as the wave of the beach do make a sound and make a sound spread. That is why I've used that scene to create these concepts behind. And actually, I like to use nature to express myself. You can see. Then the green grass, some of my paintings, you can see the green grass, the landscape. See, I have passion for nature. You know, we live in nature, and without nature, we can't survive. So that is why I've used that as a topic that inspires my painting. So in any of my painting, you see me with nature, here and there, the sky, the grass.
The title of my works here is I was inspired by women. Their emotion are resilient, and also talk about the difficulty reality of women experience, like abuse and domestic violence. So I'm using my art as a weapon to fight domestic violence, both physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and also follow the cause of women on regaining independence to be determined, and also highlight their strength and healing.
Welcome back. Affinity Gallery is pleased to present Up and Below, a solo exhibition by Lagos-based artist Victor Uba, presented as part of the gallery's 5th anniversary program. Now, this exhibition brings together 11 new paintings, an art film, and an installation. Let's take a look.
In Up and Below, Uba explores the dualities that shape common life experience: aspiration and descent, hope and despair, spirit and flesh. He continues his exploration of Cubism, reimagining the movement's fractured geometries as vessels for contemporary expression.
We are glad to exhibit Victor Uba's work and pieces because his work actually resonates with life. And talking about Up and Below, there's so many hustles in life, there's so many things that we need to connect and resonate with. His work stands out as one of the works that actually shows the African culture with beats and a lot of spiritual and awakening. Victor Uba's collection is actually telling us to remind ourselves of our beginning and how we need to wake up with the awakening inside of us for us to be able to do and progress in life.
This is a solo show that contains 12 body of works. The solo show is titled Up and Below. So this is a body of work that kind of like resonate with me a lot because I tried to tell people how these things connect to each other. Just like there's no smoke without fire, there's no light without shadow. So I try to make people see the connection between these two sides of life. When I was creating this body of work, I wanted to tell people how it is when the awakened spirit and the dream spirit are kind of like connecting with each other. So like I kind of like did a show, my previous show in London, and this was like how it was. But so I did like a continuation of the show in a way, and we did like two phases of people, like the awakened spirit and the dream spirit, kind of like connecting with each other, trying to connect in a kind of way.
Drawing on personal and ancestral symbolism, Uba incorporates forests, animal forms, and shamanic references, such as cowrie shells, which are emblems of prosperity, royalty, and spiritual passage.
Well, looking around, I've seen amazing works, and Victor Uba has a really amazing style, the use of black color and wash on his canvas, and they really have layers of understanding and ideas on balance in the society, and how he wants us to be able to look more inwards in the depth of balance in different aspects of our lives and the world. Yeah. One piece that really strikes me in the show is the one behind me here, and it's basically the color red that stands out to me, especially in the fact that out of all the pieces in the show, it tends to have a striking color and composition. Yeah.
come, the Society for Art Collection presents an event that reflects their ongoing commitment to positively shaping the creative and cultural industry through dialogue, collaboration, and shared knowledge. Let's take a look.
Art collection, an accumulation of works of art by a private individual or public institution. It has a long history, and most of the world's art museums grew out of great private collections formed by royalty, the aristocracy, or the wealthy.
Great art has the power of blessing and uplifting all who encounter it, or instigating them to call to the very best within themselves, and then seek to extend the same unto others in their own circles of influence. Consistent encounters with great art could motivate us to better tapping into and appreciating the deeper, higher, and noble aspects of our being and our place and role in relationships with others and the world. Art can lead some to think outside the box, innovate, dream big dreams, and take practical and creative steps towards those dreams. Art also has the power to heighten our awareness and be more in tune with the world around us, our history, our present, and our future.
We're just trying to use the Society for Art Collection to sensitize Nigerians about our culture, about the provenance of collecting art, and the value that are intrinsic in the art of collection. The need for art collectors to go through several processes, including insurance, knowing the source of the art that they collect, and knowing how to preserve them.
Today, the art market is far more inclusive, with the internet providing access to a wide range of artists and styles, including digital and mixed media, making collecting accessible to a broader audience.
When we started the society, one of our major goals was to take art to schools, elementary schools and some secondary schools, to go and set up competitions between pupils, young students, to encourage them to become more artistic, to draw, to paint, and then have competitions amongst themselves. In that case, we will be able to attract them to art.
The man has left a legacy forever. He's had the works documented. It's beyond preserving its insurance, because art could be stolen easily. You could cut through the frame, roll it up, and go. And this could happen. So a lot of all of those things happened: insurance, preservation, the documentation, and so many things. About passing it on to the next generation. So many collectors don't think about it, but it's also something very important. Lastly is the point about broken down rights of the collector. So we have seen the visual part of Mr. Kinsey's collections. But some other person may choose to go beyond and indecently create screensavers from them. What would you do if I made T-shirts, design patterns from some of those collections? What would be the artist's right if the artist saw that what he sold to you is now the trending back of a T-shirt for a conference? What are his rights, the rights of his family? So there's so many things that are evolving that should interest collectors and practitioners today to look more seriously at the love of art and the business of collecting. I'll pause there.
It has to be a process. You can't just go into the market and pick up a piece of artwork and sell it. You have to undertake some kind of process to understand what you're buying, understand the essence of buying it. Are you buying it because you love art? Are you buying it because you want to make money from it? Are you buying it because you want to put it on your wall as a decorative object? So, there are many, many processes when it comes to collecting art. It's just not, as simple as going to the market to get it and put it on your wall.
Art is not the possession of a few who are recognized writers, painters, actors, or musicians. It is the authentic expression of any and of all individuals. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode of the Art Express. Join us same time next week.